happy Wednesday. I hope wherever you are that you and your loved ones are safe and well, that you're having a good week and a good day. I apologize for not filming last week. I realized Monday that I hadn't. I don't think I had anyway. And so I'm staying right on top of being organized about my filming schedule. So really doing well. Anyway, what happened last week? We had an eclipse last week. First we had an earthquake, then we had an eclipse. It was neat. It was because we were only getting a partial eclipse here in New York, or a partial viewing, I guess. We were not in the path of totality, which sounds like a horror movie. We had family members that were in the path of totality, and they had full dark, but we just had kind of cloudiness. But for the fact that the whole world knew it was happening and those glasses, it looked like a perfectly normal day. And so that was kind of neat. And so my husband, one of my sisters and I went to the local park and watched it, and it was really cool. It was also neat to be kind of united with all these other people for something fun and exciting and positive, and because more often than not, as a nation, we are not united at all. And so it's amazing that we can get pulled together for certain things and not others. But so those moments when we're all kind of, united in sharing an experience in a positive way, that doesn't happen very often anymore. So that was neat. What else? I thought I got an appointment last week. Did I go to see my pain management doctor? I think I did. Or was that the week before? I don't remember. Anyway, I went to the dentist yesterday. Wasted time. I walked my little buddy in the morning, and it was like a regular walk, but a little bit less time because normally I'm out with him for over an hour, and yesterday I didn't have the chance to do that. And so I walked him, dropped him off, jumped on the train, went to the dentist. I was there for about 15 minutes max because he checked my mouth. They did a full set of x-rays, which they don't normally do. It's like they do the full set, I guess, for the insurance, whatever. But you're only entitled to the full set every 5 years or something. Normally they just do isolated shots, normally, I guess. I don't know. She was trying to explain this to me, and I was like, I have no idea. I have no idea what the rules are. But I have bone loss, which I think he told me that the last time they did x-rays. But I guess it's progressed. And so he was not happy about that. I told him, like, my husband has noticed me grinding my teeth in my sleep again. And I have caught myself grinding my teeth during the day, which is not good. And so he said, I need to get fitted for a night guard. So I was like, yes, this gets better and better. But also he said he needed to book me for a long appointment next week. So I didn't get anything done yesterday except the x-rays and him poking around in my mouth a little bit. All the bondings have to be replaced on this side on the bottom. I think I have a cavity up here. He said, oh, this side isn't bad at all, really. And I said, well, I don't chew on that side. I'm not able to. So that's that. I got all psyched up. I mentally prepared myself. I had my earbuds. I had Metallica lined up because I need to not hear anything in the dentist at all. I really want someone, there's billionaires in the world, invent a magic wand for the dentist. You go in, you sit down, bling, you go to sleep, and then you wake up and your mouth is done. Whatever they have to do, they're finished with. And then you don't have to be awake and hear it and know about it and feel it. Because especially with any kind of nerve damage or nervous system issues, whatever discomfort you feel in your mouth is amplified by 100 in the mouth of somebody with CRPS. Trust and believe. And so I'm not... I have to mentally prepare myself all over again. But what's happening next week? I have my brain MRI on Monday, which I'm glad it's going to just finally happen because I want to know if there's something that has happened. I'd like to know about it. If it's perfectly normal, I'm sitting on my living room floor. I would like to know about it, and that way I'll have that reassurance that everything's okay. And my neurologist wasn't worried, and I'm not freaking out, but I would like to have it done, and I would like to know. you know, it's the not knowing sometimes that's, you can't do anything with not knowing except worry. So I don't want to worry anymore. I'd rather just be reassured and move on. What else? So that's that. So Monday is the MRI. Thursday is dentist appointment part 2 for a long appointment. Yay, lucky me. Which I understand why he did it, because he didn't want to get started, and they only book a certain amount of time, or they can only book a certain amount of time for each appointment. So mine would have run over into the next person's appointment, and you can't have that. That's not fair. And then he would only have been able to start and not finish. So how bad is this? I don't know. But he had to book an hour. I'm like, I hope you're going to knock me out for part of that and then wake me up 20 minutes before you're done. That way I can just sleep it off in the waiting room. Because I'm like, Jesus, take the wheel. And then Friday, I have my injection on my back. And so on the left side. So it's going to be a great medical week. Yay. Not looking forward to that at all. But it has to be done. So there we are. What else? I feel like something else. This is like my 4th time trying to film this video. I started to film before, but then a package got thrown against my front door, so it just sounded terrible. I think it's medicine. I don't know. I have to go to the door and get off the floor, which is going to take me a minute to find out what the package was. But what else? It was such a beautiful day here in New York yesterday, and now it's kind of cold and rainy. Later it'll be rainy, but it's kind of cold and gray again. But yesterday it felt like late spring, early summer practically. And so after I got back from the non-dentist appointment, I went back to my sister's, picked up the dog, and took him back to the park. And he was very confused. He's like, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? Didn't we do this already? And I was like, yes, we did, and we're doing it again. And so we went and walked through the park and then sat on a bench. And it's so funny when he finally gets settled and gets comfortable and stretches himself out on, next to me, and we'll lay on the bench and not really sleep. He's always alert. He's always watching. But he gets comfortable enough. And then yesterday, 3 school buses full of high school girls got out. They must have been having a game in the park. And so one of them drove up listening to Pitbull, and he just about jumped out of his skin. And I felt so bad because he was so comfortable. And then they pulled up while singing and everything. And he just was like, that's it. I'm done. No more. Beautiful day. I want to go home. And so I brought him home. And, before I forget, because I will forget, I finished 2 really great books in the last few days. One is Medgar and Merle, and it's a nonfiction book about Medgar Evers and Merle Evers Williams, and I highly recommend it. It's their love story, how they got together, his life as a civil rights leader, her life as a civil rights leader, an activist, and it's extraordinary. And I loved, it's by Joyanne Reed, and I loved listening to it because it's such an important story. And I definitely listen to nonfiction books if I can get them from the library rather than reading them, because I don't want to miss any details. And when I do an audiobook, I'm able to rewind and get it again and put bookmarks in. And I think it's a remarkable story, and I think it's extremely important for us to read the experiences and listen to the experiences of other people who have had a completely different, especially a completely different American experience from our own. And so I will read all kinds of books, but this, I saw Joyanne Reed on the NewsHour on PBS. As soon as I saw it, I put myself on the wait list for the book from the library and through Libby. And when it became available, I started listening to it, and I just absolutely loved it. So I highly recommend it. Second book is, oh gosh, I want to get the title right. Hang on a second. I got to get the title right, because if I get it wrong, I'm going to be upset with myself. Let's see. The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. What a freak out. I started that book yesterday morning on my way to the dentist, read it in the waiting room for the few minutes that I was there, read it on the train on the way home, and I was done by last evening. I could not stop reading it. Now, granted, I am lucky because I had time. I, don't have things to keep me occupied, like a job. That sounded so odd. But that's the cover. And it is I did not see what happened coming at all. Freak out. What I thought was going to happen did not happen. And so I gave it to my sister to read it. I recommend it if you like a psychological thriller. Freak out. Excellent book, though. And that one I actually read. But what else? I am starting another book, which I will let you know if I enjoy it. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I'm rambling. I hope that you have a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day, kind of a week, and kind of a weekend to come. That's what we hope for. That's what we deserve. That is what I truly wish for each and every one of you. I will see you on Sunday for the blog. Next week for everything. Take care. Be well. Have a good afternoon.